Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hades. For those of you just joining us, last episode we got our asses kicked by the Bull of Minos and Theseus. My least favorite boss in this entire game. And yes, I dislike them even more than the final boss, but hey, who's counting? Alright, let's start to Hypnos.
Wow, I can't believe you took on the Minotaur. No way! No wonder you're back here. Everyone knows that he's unstoppable, especially me. Hey, next you run into him, could you get his autograph for me?
No. Achilles, sir. I got a relic of some sort out there. A globule of ancient blood which formed after I fought with Megara. Is this really the Titan's blood I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Well, I wasn't about
What? No way. Where is my doggo? What is this bullshit? Where's my doggo?
My records indicate that you've collected earnings based on some of your accomplishments there, boy. I suppose you need an income of your own, having decided to cut ties and all.
What, you mean the bounties that you've offered up to anybody capable of beating Meg and all your other guardians out there? Don't you think that puts a lot of undue pressure on them, knowing that you've turned them into targets?
They must do better than they have, else they shall be replaced. If they're to grow in their respective roles, they have to know their weaknesses. And so do I. That you collect the bounties for it matters not.
Be sure to add those to the list of words you'll eat someday.
Enough. Get out.
Alright, let's renovate a bit. We're going to grab Fated List of Minor Prophecies.
Work approved. The Fated List of Minor Prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that you...
And we're also going to grab the Keepsake Collection.
This one, contractor. Not to make the underworld a better
So
place.
that'll allow us to change keepsakes between fights.
Better sense.
We each have our commitments to this house, Megara. There is no shame in yours. And whilst your sisters are away, you bear their burden of responsibility as well.
I understand. It's just... am I supposed to keep pretending nothing's changed? This house is cracking at the seams, and no one's going to admit it?
The house shall stand eternally. Although in what condition, it is ours to decide. Our obligation is to keep the house in order.
I know. You're right, of course you're right. I'll do my best. I'll do my best for both our sakes, Nix.
I actually don't know what that conversation was about.
A commemorative board adorns one of the stoic walls within the lounging area, celebrating and proclaiming the accomplishments of those who serve Lord Hades best of all.
Won't ever see my face up.
Yes, the Employee of the Month to Black. Okay. I don't need any of this yet.
Oh, the prince himself. You want to talk to me? Me? Oh, wow.
I love Dusa.
I just wanted to say the lounge looks wonderful, as good as new. Better. I hope it's not been too much trouble patching up.
I have to clean the rafters.
Thanks.
She's
for all
great.
your
I love
hard
her. Just want to clarify. We gotta get more renovations before we can renovate the lounge.
Hey, that must be the Fated List.
Alright. Gonna claim that.
My extended family seems an interesting
Claim that.
Achilles' Codex. I'm getting somewhere with it.
Alright, we still got some more people to meet there. Yeah, as you can see, so every god has a pairing with another god to give you that duo boon, which those tend to be really, really good. Okay. Level this up.
I can grow stronger.
Okay, we only have 5 keys, and I don't want to spend it on that. I want to spend it on the spear over here, so we're going to go ahead and wait on that. Now that we do have more gems, though, I am going to talk to the contractor. And we are going to grab this.
House contractor, my good shade, have yet another job for your distinguished team.
And
Help to you, I'm sure.
We're also going to grab the purified fountain waters,
This looks to be an excellent investment, contractor. Go on and
because
do
that's
so.
going to make those a little bit better. And okay, so we shall keep moving. So we're going to go ahead and grab the spear for this run. So the spear is an interesting weapon. It has both.
Good. Hey,
Hold on.
pal, watch where you throw those bloodstone things of yours. You drop them, you go pick them up, you understand? But if somebody gives you grief, you got my permission to chuck one right in his eye.
I'll just aim generally for the midsection, since the eyes are a lot harder to hit in my experience.
Okay.
Let's see what's in here.
So the spear is interesting, because as you can see, we've got that range attack, we've got a close attack, and it's alright. I don't love the spear as much as I love, like, the bow or Stygius. It does have a very interesting upgraded form, which we'll be getting to later, of course, but...
That one looks interesting.
Go again?
Okay. Well, don't care about either of those. Alright, let us descend.
Bye, everyone.
So, it is my hope that we're going to be able to get past Theseus and the bowl today. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. We'll see. I have a sordid history with the spear, so we'll see what happens.
You've had a brush with Megara the Fury, haven't you? Oh, I know a thing or two about that one. Though lately we Olympians no longer mingle with those living in the underworld. You're the only exception.
We're gonna do the boost to our special. Because I quite like the special on the spear.
Dead.
We're gonna go talk to Athena.
It comforts me to see how far you've come, cousin, and I am confident that you shall make your way eventually. I shall look forward to our conversations then.
We're gonna grab Divine Dash. Just it's more useful than the other two, and I'm more concerned about winning than I am about fulfilling prophecies right now.
More wretches. Nothing.
Okay. We're gonna go grab the hammer, because I really like the upgrades for the spear. They tend to be pretty solid. Okay.
Spears due for a little maintenance.
We're gonna do this.
This should work.
We're gonna go see Sisyphus, so we can use more darkness.
Within the depths of Tartarus reside the most wretched of all the shades who linger for eternity within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting to cheat death.
Lots of wretchedness to go around, I guess.
You know, Prince Ed, I'd not expected to run into you again, not after all this time. Something amiss down in the house, or what? Not had much company of late, is all.
Well, something's just about always amiss back home, sir. Figured it couldn't hurt to check up on things in Tartarus a bit more frequently.
Well, I am grateful for it, I and the old boulder there in turn. I'm used to going lengthy stretches on my own, but having visitors from time to time would do me well.
Drop the darkness.
You got it.
And then we'll move on to Dionysus here.
Thanks for stopping by.
Lovely.
You lads again, huh?
With the lovely Aphrodite, am I right or am I right there, Zag? But I have just the thing to go with her.
Okay. We're gonna grab... Oh, we're gonna grab Strong Drink. I really like Strong Drink. I think it's a great ability. Makes those fountains a lot more useful. Lovely Devly. Well, I have been sleeping on the special for that spear, man, I tell you. Let's see, is there any fun announcements that I have this evening? Unfortunately, my anecdote pool is a little shallow, you know, with COVID and everything. I'm not getting out too much, so... In terms of stories, I haven't got a whole lot going on. I got D&D later with Hakura. We won't be streaming that. That's our personal game. I am trying to talk them into us streaming some D&D, but they're not huge on the idea, unfortunately. You know how it is. But you know, yeah, no, and to be fair, it's a saturated market. You know, when it comes to D&D podcasts, I think the success of Critical Role gave a lot of people the idea that anybody could do it, but that's just not the case. You know, it takes a certain personality, I think, to have a great D&D podcast kind of deal, and I think a lot of people they got the wrong idea from Critical Role. I mean, I greatly enjoy Critical Role, and I think Matt Mercer and all those guys have done a lot for the hobby and really kind of brought it into the forefront of popular culture.
That's enough.
But I think a lot of people still they kind of got the wrong idea about what to expect from their own personal D&D games. Thankfully, I started playing with Hakura and those guys long before I ever watched Critical Role, but it was so. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would love to do a D&D podcast at some point. I think that would be incredibly entertaining, and I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Plus, it gives me an excuse to use my funny voices. We're going to grab some HP. Alright, let's go get our asses kicked by Megara, shall we?
I'm here, Meg.
I heard what happened. You crossed the river of flame. You really did it.
That Hydra was a total bastard, though. Bastards. But you sound practically impressed with me there, Meg. I feel so flattered.
You'll soon feel something else. I don't know how you did it, but it changes nothing.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. There we go. We made it happen, folks. We made it happen. Took a little bit, but we made it happen.
Be seeing you around. This holds some sort of power, but for what?
Let's push on through to the other side.
Did you enjoy this stint?
See if there's anything here I might want. Nope. Alright, push on.
I'll just go on.
Keep on keeping on, folks. So yeah, this afternoon I got D&D with Raka and Hikura, as well as Hikura's brother. That's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. Let's see. We watched a little WandaVision today. Really been enjoying that show. I gotta say, it's really well written, really fun. If you haven't watched WandaVision yet on Disney Plus, it's definitely something I recommend. That show's fantastic. Yeah, that show is really, really brilliantly written. Very much enjoying that and looking forward to continuing the show here. All right, excellent. We're going to go talk to Persephone. Or not Persephone, forgive me. This is Eurydice.
Good to be back here.
From within a humble residence in Asphodel reverberates the golden-sounding voice of Lorn Eurydice, who once attempted to escape the underworld and failed utterly, much like Prince Zagreus.
You watch yourself, old man. Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. Know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
Thanks so much.
So that is going to be the keepsake we're going to be using for most runs coming up from now on. Because I really, really like that one. We're going to boost the rarity of a couple of our boons.
That one's on me.
And then we're going to move on here.
See you again.
Take it easy.
I love Eurydice, and every time I hear...
You probably caught yourself thinking, Hermes sure was quick, so how come it took so long for him to show up in the first place? Well, I'm afraid that's not for you to know. But it's not because I was late. Not late for anything.
Every time I hear Eurydice singing, my brain always thinks about the Hadestown musical, and then I just want to listen to Hadestown, but I can't do that while I'm recording, because I'll get hit with a, what do you call those? Copyright infringement, and I really don't want to get a copyright strike this early in our YouTube career. So, but, oh god, yeah, I adore that musical. It's fantastic. Hadestown is so good. For those of you who are unaware, Hadestown, it's this, I think it was 2019 that the Broadway version came out. It's a retelling of the Orpheus myth using a lot of like soul music and just a lot of Afro-American influences musically. It's very jazzy, very bluesy. It's excellent. I love that show so much. but it's a retelling of the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. And for those of you who aren't unfamiliar with that, Orpheus, we'll be meeting him later in this game. Spoilers. But Orpheus was a great musician who lived in ancient Greece. And he fell in love with a woman by the name of Eurydice, who we just met. Well, Eurydice ends up dying. She gets bit by a snake. And so Orpheus goes into the underworld to try and rescue her and bring her back to life. Give me just 1 second. I need to make a decision here. We're going to go with After Party. And so he goes and he goes down into Hades, and he sings a song so beautiful that what's his name? Hades and his wife agree to let Orpheus take Eurydice back with him. However, Hades sets a stipulation. I'll let you take her back, but on your return, until you have both reached the surface, you are not allowed to look back at her during your walk out of the underworld. And so Orpheus agrees to the terms of the engagement, and he and Eurydice attempt to leave Hades. Well, as they're leaving, anxiety and doubt begins to set into Orpheus's mind, and he gets more and more anxious. He becomes convinced that Hades has played a trick on him, that he's been betrayed by the Lord of Death. And so, just when he gets out of the top, when he escapes the underworld, once he is out, he is so excited, and he turns around and he sees Eurydice, who still has not left the underworld. And because he looked back before Eurydice was able to escape the underworld, Eurydice is forced to return to the fields of Asphodel. And so it's a Greek tragedy, but it's a beautiful story. I really, really like that story. And we meet both of those characters here later in this game. We already met Eurydice. Orpheus we'll be meeting a little bit later. I don't remember what I have to do in order to unlock him. But, yeah, so it's... Yeah, and then so the musical, it's a retelling of that story, utilizing a lot of just fantastic music, and it's really, really good. Let me see here. We're gonna go see Dionysus. Orpheus was the son of a muse, and you know how those muses are.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I would love to do that show at some point. We're gonna grab premium vintage here because I'd like a little bit of healing before we go into this fight.
The perfect gift.
Lady stepping off the track. Give me just a second here, folks. As you know, I need to focus up a little bit during the Hydra fight, because it's a little absurd. Got really lucky with all three of them just being in the group like that. That was great. Alright, we're almost there now. Our dear friend Lenny is about to kill over. Oh, just think of the rabbits, Lenny. Just think of the rabbits. Hey. Alright, we got him. We got him, folks.
That's what you get.
Alright. Let's go ahead and move on to the Elysium here. And we shall see how we do against Elysium's finest. Yeah, I will pick up Gaia's treasure. There's no reason not to.
Closer.
Push on through to the other side.
Pleasant temperature.
We're gonna do lightning.
Nearly made it.
There we go.
You fight your father's legions with Varatha, the Eternal Spear. The irony must not escape him, for he long ago stood by my side against the Titans with that thing in hand.
We're gonna grab this.
Is my hair sticking up?
And we're gonna grab the pomegranate. Excellent, excellent.
Delicious.
Upgrade Heartbreak Flourish. Increase our damage from our special a bit more, and then we're going to grab another Daedalus Hammer.
Come on, then.
Stabby, stabby, stab. See, Hakura and I also might be streaming tonight. I'm not 100% sure. I'll need to see if he's in the mood. We might be doing some Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I need to talk to him. We're gonna do triple jab. And then we're gonna go. It'd be really cool if they didn't make me fight the butterfly again. Hey, thank God.
The Bull of Minos.
You have met the champion, the king. Let us see if you are fit to face him once again.
You mean face both of you together, which doesn't seem particularly fair.
Life isn't particularly fair, short one, nor death. I'd have expected you to know as much. But here, have your fair fight.
I mean, at least we're not fighting the butterflies again, right? Like, God, I'll take the Bull of Minos over that butterfly flight any day. Plus, if we beat him here, which it looks like we're going to, he's actually weaker in the boss fight. He starts with third less HP. Ole! I'm gonna be sideways with a rake. Oh my lord. Oofta.
Well done. I respect your strength, short one. The champion of Elysium awaits. Until such time.
Woo! Alright, we did it.
I beat the Bull of Minos. Olympus, I accept this message.
I'm gonna grab Blinding Flash. No, there's no reason to go that way. I like the person that's over there, but we don't need to talk to them right now because their big thing is they have the ability to return some of my death defies. That's really kind of the only reason I like going there. They basically just give you stronger variations of the stuff that's in the what's it called? The Opal Pits, or Charon Pools, or whatever. The purple pools that I have yet to take anything from. That makes sense, right? You all know what I'm talking about. Cool. Stab, stab, stab. dash, stab, stab, dash. And I'm dead. Okay, well, thankfully, we've still got a death defy. It's these shields, man. That's why I don't like Elysium as much. It's a lot of enemies with shields, and they're hard to hit, and it makes me sad. We're gonna go talk to Hermes. I don't think he has anything that I particularly want, but it's more useful to me than gold, so...
Come die again.
You know, I was planning on recording 7 episodes today, but that sounds like a lot of work, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we'll probably call today's recording session after this, which does not affect you guys whatsoever. But let's go ahead. Let me grab Greater Reflex. Grab some HP. If I don't, we're going to die horribly against the boss. Okay, grab the pomegranate.
The power of the gods.
Gonna boost our deflection, because that's actually super useful against Theseus here. So, who is Theseus? That's a great question. That's something some people might not know.
So, the fiend returns to challenge us again, Asterius, despite having experienced such a thorough thrashing by us last time.
You know full well that wasn't a fair fight. Face me yourself and we'll see how you fare.
Silence, you monster. I'll hear no more such wicked lies, half-truths, or quarter-truths. You, however, soon shall hear my blessed spear. Specifically, the sound it makes whilst sliding into your exposed midsection. Defend your...
I think he's jealous of my exposed midsection. He wishes his exposed midsection was as good as mine. You know, I gotta admit, I somehow, I feel like he's not pronouncing that right. I feel like it needs to be pronounced Blackguard. Because, you know, that's how it's spelled. But, like, he's completely cutting the k sound in black out, and it upsets me greatly. So, the trick to this fight is that you want to focus down one at a time. Whatever you do not want to end up in a situation where both of these two are in phase 3 at the same time. Because, and we'll see this in a second, Theseus is phase 3. Oh, well. Well, we'll see in just a minute here, as soon as I kill the Minotaur. Theseus has some big AoE shit that he likes to throw out. We might get to this fight, I'm not sure. It's not going really well. Fuck. Ah, shit. Oh. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if you do subscribe, please remember to hit that little bell icon so that way you can get notified next time we go live. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in. And please remember to love each other. Take care. Bye-bye.